Florida to have some nice shrimp and also take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Haven't they been a marvelous combination since they came into the NFL? Certainly, as soon as Rice became a 49er, late in his rookie year, he started to blossom, and he hasn't stopped since. Bill Walsh going up against Ray Perkins down at the big stadium that looks like a big sombrero, Tampa Stadium. Joe Montana's pass early out of the hands of Russ Francis into the hands of Ray Isom, and Isom returns it down to the 5. Look at Montana flash over to knock him out of bounds. The Bucs inside the 5. At which point Steve DeBerg, nice cold day down in Tampa. DeBerg goes to work to James Wilder. No carries last week. Well, he does it in the air this time. 4-yard touchdown, 7-0 Buccaneers. But on the next possession, it's Montana and Rice. This one, 21 yards. Montana 6 for 6 on the drive to tie the game at 7-all. Watch it again. Rod Jones, one-on-one.
Well, I'm still amazed. You know, we saw this at Cincinnati at the end of the game. I'm always amazed that people want to match up one-on-one with Jerry Rice.
After a field goal by Iggy made it 10-7 Bucs. Montana to Rice, this is how you run a post pattern. Put this one in a playbook, write it down, show all the kids. 14-10 Niners, and it was 17-10 at the half after a Wersching field goal. Still same score in the fourth quarter. Niners on a time-consuming drive. Montana with a 300-yard day. And the Bucs again go 1 for 1, and it's Rod Jones on Jerry Rice. I mean, you can't fault the guy. 3 touchdown pass receptions for Jerry Rice makes it 24-10. Bucs still in the game, but second-year man Don Griffin ends it all when he picks off DeBerg in the end zone. Ray Perkins perplexed. So is DeBerg, who wanted to beat his old coach, Bill Walsh. But not last year, not this time, as San Francisco wins over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-10. And I guess, Joe Montana, not only did he make that, did he have a marvelous day with Jerry Rice, he saved the touchdown at least for a while, and he was actually going into tacklers, not sliding him when he's carrying the ball. I guess he fears no evil.
Well, Joe, remember where you're playing. You're in the center of white wine. You're not supposed to be beer and shots and throwing your butt. You have a bad back. This is the Tampa Bay Bucs you're playing. Even if you lose it, you have a pass into the playoffs. The only way the Niners can not be a factor in the playoffs is Joe's back to be hurt. Calm down, guys. Just go out, maybe the Buena Vista tonight, and order a nice white wine, maybe an Irish coffee after dinner.
Definitely an Irish coffee at the Buena Vista. And next Sunday night, Cleveland at San Francisco is our game, and that should be a dandy. 2 divisional leaders. A dandy at the Superdome in New Orleans. The New Orleans Saints coming off 3 straight road wins. The New York Giants still walking that tightrope, trying to get back into the Super Bowl. Their backs were to the wall as they've been all year long. Sellout crowd of 67,000 plus. First since '84. Watch the Saints grab a 3-0 lead, but watch Jeff Rutledge to Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker. And that was his nickname because 46 yards for the TD. Giants lead at 7-3. Jim Mora a bit concerned, but the Saints with ball control, chewing up time. Yes. Barry has the final word with a touchdown after a 9.5-minute drive. A 1-yard run. Is it in? Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Let's unpile. Where is... Yay! Touchdown. And the Saints lead at 10-7. Giants had 7 turnovers today. This one tipped out of Otis Anderson's hands. Then Brent Maxey picks it off for the Saints. That leads to the cannon. Morton Anderson, boy, is he deadly this year. 43 yards, Saints lead at 13-7 at the half. But the Saints aren't without their problems. Bobby Hebert's pass is tipped, and Andy Hedden picks it off and returns it into Saints territory. And that leads to Rutledge to Mark Bavaro. And watch Bavaro stick one paw up and make a beautiful grab and keep the 2 feet in bounds, Tom.
It's a great job of concentration, especially after the catch to get the toes down.
14-13 Giants into the 4th. But Hebert, the best thing he does is throw long, not the short stuff, but so what? Eric Martin turns it into a 22-yard play, 20-14 Saints. Bobby Hebert, number 3, ecstatic. Didn't have great numbers, but you know what? All they're doing is winning, and Bill Parcells knows this. Late in the 4th quarter. The weekly special teams contribution by the Saints. Johnny Poe gets a piece of the Landetta punt. Poe and Van Jakes do some celebrating. This special team is unbelievable with the Saints. Every week they contribute to a victory. The Saints settle for a field goal. Morton Anderson hits from 28 yards. It's 23-14. And here is the sight that they're used to now in New Orleans. The owner, Tom Benson, on the field, blowing kisses, doing his dances. And so the Giants, with 7 turnovers, now fall with their 7th loss of the season, and it looks like that is it. As the Saints go to 7-3, they have never had a record this fine, and the Giants look like they are about done. And you said earlier, what did you say it? Don't blame it on me.
About done. I said that they should take him like a horse with a broken leg and shoot him. But the thing is, it goes against the justice of this league to be able to lose your first 5 or 6 ball games and then come back and compete in a Super Bowl or compete in the playoffs. So I, for one, am glad to see him out of it.
Yeah, spoken like someone who was in Pasadena on the sidelines last year. The Giants had a nice reign as champion, but it looks like it will be somebody else. You want to talk about some nice numbers? Jerry Rice, over the last 26 games, last bit of his rookie year, last year and this year, averaging over 100 yards receiving a game. I don't know that anybody has really done this over the years. 8 straight games with a touchdown reception. We'll be back. Gives to Paul Ott-Caruth, and he scores. It's 7-3 Pack at the half. Early 3rd quarter, Randy Wright is now in the game. And watch this reception, though, by Frankie Neal. Yeah, that's pretty nice. 3rd-round draft pick from Fort Hays State, Frankie Neal. Fort Hays State is in nearby Kansas, so maybe he had all the tickets belong to him in the crowd. On the kickoff, Zendeja squibs it. Aaron Pearson tries to pick it up. He fumbles. Packers have the football. That sets up Randy Wright, and he knows a good thing when he sees it. That's his rookie, Frankie Neal. This is 26 yards against the Chiefs' pass defense. My goodness. And the backers, well, you know, they went south for this game. And so in Kansas City, they found the weather just marvelous. As you take a look at the backers, yeah, there it was. Another day at the beach. As Green Bay goes on to humble the Kansas City Chiefs 23-3 with